good? What's good, people? This Be More Open season.
2.
And I'm Rome and my host.
Rolanda.
And we going to bring y'all a new season with a whole lot of different things. Like, we going to start it off with this one. I'll shoot the shit that we usually do.
Season 2, we back and popping.
Yeah, where we talk about, like, various topics, you know what I'm saying? And, but we got a whole different format how we going to do everything. So, you know. So, what we going to talk about today then, Rose?
Well, since we doing shoot this shit right quick, we going to do the NFL and Jay-Z since that's a trending topic and everybody's talking about it. And I posted a little bit of it on our page as well.
Yeah, you can check it out. It's on the Be More Open Instagram page.
Yeah,
you know
and Facebook. I
and Facebook too?
As well. Yeah, and a couple people made some comments. And I'm going to let you start.
Oh, and before, I want to start, subscribe to our station, our YouTube station. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be uploading new content and everything. We got a different way we're going to do it. We might do some live shows here. Everything won't be live. Everything will be pre-recorded like what we're doing right now. And we're going to be bringing it to y'all each week. So
we definitely need y'all to go to our YouTube page and subscribe, please. If y'all, we've been saying this since last year. If y'all support us, y'all like what we do. Even if y'all don't like what we do, shit, y'all watching now. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, it's very important.
Yeah,
it is. It's very important.
Yeah. And we're gonna talk about the Jay-Z thing. You see a lot of posts, a lot of people have opinions about it, celebrities to people that really, you know. Anyway, but you know that he is partnership with the NFL, you know, and like a lot of people have the thing about that he, you know, saying downed it so much and gave it so much backlash. You know, about how the NFL, you know what I'm saying, is unfair to the players and, you know, how he got a lot of other entertainers not to perform at the Super Bowls and talked a lot of people out of, you know, really dealing with the NFL, and now he is.
And that's my whole thing. So it was like when I first posted, I'm like, man, that's crazy. They using him. And, you know, I was totally against it. But after sitting back, really doing my research and listening and really paying attention, I don't think it's that bad. And like you said, it's a business. He's a businessman, like he said in his music.
His business.
And why not give him a chance? You know, why not give him a chance to go and let's see what he's going to do for the black people.
Yeah.
Like let's see what he's going to do.
Yeah, I'm like that too. And then my opinion when you was telling me about, because I wasn't aware about him telling Jermaine Dupri not to go with the NFL, and like Diddy, they said told Diddy, talk to him out of really trying to, you know what I'm saying, they could have partnered with him, you know, but like what I was saying, it was like, and then we watched that thing, that's classic Jay-Z.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's his business strategy. That's what he's going to do. He's going to take all the competition or all people out the way so he can get in there and get it for himself.
But it's like, is that fair, though? So does that make him, granted, that's business, but with all these people that you have supporting you, like Jermaine Dupri is a friend, a fan. You know what I'm saying? You took that. So what's more, like Monique, like I said a little bit earlier, like goes back to what Monique said, what's more important, morals or money, etiquette or money, like equality or money?
But you know what? That's the American way. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying?
You sounded like Steve Harvey now.
But I'm just
American way.
But I'm just saying though, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I got one life. I want to make sure my kids good. You know what I'm saying? And it's an opportunity in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Family ain't got to worry.
You got to worry about shit. But think about it. Who, like, you know, we had a black president. Now we're going to have a black NFL owner, that shit, you know, progress. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
But again, how is that benefiting us? Even though we had Obama in office, y'all, how did that benefit us?
True.
Everybody jumped on and y'all can beat me up for saying this, but I'm just saying, and I love Obamas. I love the Obamas, but we jumped on the bandwagon because it was a black man. But at the end of the day, what changed? Did any of y'all income change? Any of y'all living situations change?
But you know what? I just say it was like for real in a way.
Just like a part of history. Just
part of history. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother passed away before that. I think my mother passed away before Obama got in office. They never seen that.
Something good for our ancestors.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? For me to experience that in my lifetime, even though I say, like you said, it doesn't affect me. But to know that a black man is an NFL owner, because I didn't even know up until I researched and we was talking about this thing that it's only 2 other minorities that own NFL teams. The Jacksonville Jaguars is owned by a guy I don't really name, but he's not white. He's an Arab, Arab from over Middle East. I'll just put it like that. He a Middle Eastern.
Dubai so I can get that Arab money.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he a Middle Eastern
Arabs,
that own the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the other team, the Buffalo Bills, is owned by, Asian man. An Asian man owns the Buffalo Bills. They the only two. That's the only two teams. So that means 30 other teams is owned by majority white people. You know what I'm saying?
No black.
So, for him to make that power move, I'm like, yeah, but, everybody is just saying the way that he did it. You know what I'm saying? But it's no rules in it. In business.
And that's the thing. There aren't any rules. He is a grown man. He is a billionaire. He can do what he
want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Or, go and ask anybody. But I just feel like, for one, I am saying, let's give him a chance.
Yeah, give him a
chance.
chance.
What's going to happen with him being in there? For two, but I guess on the flip side, the part that I don't like is just it wasn't even a year ago where you was banning it. I want to know what changed. What was the change? You was banning it. You was, NFL don't need me. I don't need y'all. Y'all need me. Making everybody. What was that change? That's what I want to know.
It was all a facade. I think he was looking at the big picture.
So why bring so now you can't be mad with the people for being upset, because then that means you use us your culture. That means you use
culture vulture
fighting. Exactly. You
culture vulture.
Fighting
but do you think he? But do you really think he cared though?
Of course. You see how he was sitting there and say like, let's be clear. Like he was talking like the
and
that's a different level.
And that's the thing that we were saying. Like a lot of people know, once Jay-Z became corporate, that's the brand. Jay-Z, the brand, is going to be business, period. Sean Carter might be a different person, but the brand Jay-Z, when you say it, it's all about business. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people got to distinguish the two. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're the same, but it's the two.
It
you know what I'm saying?
But it's just like we at that place, I feel like, just back again with Monique. And what Monique was saying is just like we everybody is about fame. Fame and money is ruling our world, and that's why it's so fucked up.
True.
They saying no. What is it? Bad publicity is still good publicity.
But you know what? This the whole thing too. Like, all right, in the color thing, you got white people do that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? And like, I put it like this: like, he's going to do something that I had never seen a black person do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying, he'll be a pioneer and owning the team and stuff like that. So, I'm like, hat off to you, you know what I'm saying? As long as I come to your event, you might give me a discount. You know what I mean? You have a deal. I understand that, but you know what I'm saying? But maybe he might implement certain change to it. You know what I'm saying? He might. You know what I'm saying? He might.
Again, though, too, what do the NFL have to do with police brutality and injustice? Again, because it's like, so are you going to bring in soccer? I mean, I know because Kaepernick kneeled and did all of that, but it's like, okay, so he going to get into the NFL and really change what, though? Because as far as racism, what do you think was going on in the NFL? Like, what is it that he's really going to change? What is it that y'all want him to change? Give black people free seats, or like I don't even understand
but you
why
know
we're
what?
really having this discussion.
The other thing too, like I want to elaborate as far as with the thing what you were saying about what do the NFL and police brutality had to do with it. The thing is like if you like look at the history of like sports, and a lot of sports figures would advocate for different things. Like Bill Russell in the 60s or whatever was an advocate in things and was talking, even though it was a different, it was a different time then, you know what I'm saying? And like Muhammad Ali spoke out about, because he didn't want to go into the war, didn't want to fight when he was drafted and stuff like that. Right. So, like always a sports figure always sometimes, you know what I'm saying, would speak out to it, you know what I'm saying? But this is a whole different time, you know what I'm saying? And like once he got the loot, you ain't hear him talk about too much no more, you know what I'm saying, when we was watching on the thing. So, like what you said, was he really for it?
Right.
Because if he was, it wouldn't matter. After he got that settlement, he would still been,
and I say that again about Kaepernick too. It's like,
that's what we talking about.
I still do whatever the case may be. Whatever. Not whatever. I mean, I'm not kneeling. I'm not boycotting. I'm not really doing anything. It's not affecting me. Not that I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's like I was riding with you. So that's what really changed my mind once I found that out about the whole Jay-Z thing. Because Kaepernick, he kneeled, and he was, and for the I'm sorry, y'all, police brutality.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, you kneeled, and NFL telling you got to stop. If you don't stop, you're gonna lose your job. And he continued to do it. He continued to do it. But as soon as they offered you that money, you settled. I wouldn't have settled if you was fighting and protesting so hard for police brutality and equality and injustice. You should have not settled. You should have kept on fighting and took it all the way to court. Because if you was going to win, you was going to win.
True.
I mean, period.
True.
So
True.
the fact that he settled, was it about money?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So that made me look at it like, well, shit, Jay-Z can do what he want to do. And with Jay-Z, my whole thing with that, I just don't agree. Or I want to know what was the change. What made him
I'm telling you, I think it was all a plan to get everybody aboard on something.
What if Jermaine Dupri wouldn't have listened to Jay and would have done it? I wonder what would be going on right now.
Jay-Z would have been trying to get money into him.
You think so?
Yeah, Jay would have been like,
he wouldn't even he didn't partner. See, no,
Jay
now in the movie talking about it, Jay-Z is being selfish. I'm sorry. Because why didn't, with you giving that response to like, all right, if Jermaine Dupri would have accepted that offer last year, you saying Jay-Z probably would have tried to get some type of partnership.
He would.
Why he ain't going with Diddy then? Diddy wanted to do it, but Diddy couldn't afford to do it. Probably would have had to put up all his money and assets. But he couldn't afford that.
Because
so why wouldn't Jay-Z go in half with him?
Because then he was probably setting up his plan. I'm just saying, this is just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
And this is all our opinion.
Then he probably was like, the fuck I need Diddy money. Man, you know what I'm saying? I can go for this myself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So, probably started thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like going for half of now if Jermaine had went on and did it. He had the solidified deal, you saying.
Right.
So if he went on and did it, then yo, buddy, you know what I'm saying? Diddy didn't. Diddy just was trying to get with it, had the idea, but the NFL like, oh, we ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? So what would you do? You know what I'm saying? If Jermaine, I'm telling you, that's just my opinion. If Jermaine had did it, Jay would have had something to do with it. If he had took his advice, he would have found some way to get involved with that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, though.
And that could be too. Again, I just don't understand if that was the case. Why not go? But I guess because he wanted it all for himself. It all boils down to that. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm saying it's business. This is strictly business. You know what I'm saying?
I just need that one question answered. What was the change?
I'm telling you,
from you
it's like
boycotting it and not needing them. And let's be clear, Jay-Z, I don't feel like he need the NFL. That I don't. I feel like you got enough money, you got enough clout, you got all the damn near 80-90% of the men in the world following him.
But think about with that though.
What?
NFL is multicultural, multi men. It's just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Think about how many people watching. Even you getting into the hillbilly stuff now. You know what I'm saying? The hillbillies sit back and drink the Budweisers all day and everything. Now you put in front of them now. You know what I'm saying? You putting in front of them now. Who the hell is some Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Now you know what I'm saying? People that like, you know what I'm saying? That's in football. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, like I said, it's Jay-Z is the corporation. You know what I'm saying? That's the corporation. You know what I'm saying? It's the businessman. Like he said, I'm a businessman. He ain't lying. Yeah. And like reading a lot of articles and reading a lot of things on him, like when I told you that time when the dude wrote the book, The Empire State of Mind. Jay-Z did not put no input in his book. All that book was input from people that knew him. From someone that knew him. The guy said he went to Jay-Z and asked him would he want to be a part of this book, and Jay was like, well, what we get out of it? He was like, well, to get the book and all that. Nah. A month after that, before the dude published his book, Empire State of Mind, Jay-Z came out with Decoded. And other books, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the way yo roll.
So yeah, that's probably how he moved.
That's how he moved. Look with the Damon Dash thing. You know what I'm saying? He came to be corporate. Poof. Like Damon said, he knew that thing was over as far as the business when he was on the elevator with him and he had a suit on and he had Rockaway gear on. He knew right then. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I read it in the Empire State of Mind because he made some quote. He said, I knew right then that he became corporate. It was about that. You know what I'm saying? It
And
was
there's
about
nothing wrong with that.
It's
being
nothing,
corporate.
you know
It's
what I'm saying?
nothing
It's
wrong
nothing.
at all with
But
him being corporate and being a businessman.
But see, the thing about it though is like we get into it and we get so personal because I guess we share the same color skin. You know what I'm saying? And we get like when we do stuff like that, it's you a sellout, you do this and all that shit. Yo, like I seen something before. We even sold out years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, come on, man. We buy so much corporated stuff and everything and labels and names and everything like that. So, yo, it's like, whoa, that's just my opinion.
No, that's the truth though. That's the truth. So I just want to see. I mean, even no matter how we feel, he's doing it. So I just want to see what the end goal was going to be because he probably got something up his sleeve. So I just want to see what's going to happen.
And like what you said, it's like we gonna just see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See what he do with it. And then regardless whatever he do anyway, what the hell? I can't do nothing about it. I can't get close to him. I can't, you know what I'm saying? To smack his ass, smack him on his face. Nigga, don't do that shit. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's, but put it like this. Anybody out there that had that opportunity and was presented with that would do the same thing. Would do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like you said, the society and shit we live in, it's sad to say that money and fame means more than anything. Morals and principles is not there no more. So that's why I don't understand, like, a lot of these athletes, you know what I'm saying? People looking at these athletes and then be wondering why they go. No, it's not like how back in the day, because it's not the same principles, you know what I'm saying? To it's about the loot. It's about the bag. But they say the bag, it's about the bag.
That's it. But it's no, it's not always about the bag.
It shouldn't be.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting your bag, but you still got to have some type of morals. You got to still have some type of principle, some type of loyalty.
To who? That's the thing. To who?
You mean we referring to Jay-Z?
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying.
I don't know. I can't. I'm not going to speak on that situation.
But the thing about it, though, I'm like, all right, say the loyalty to who? Are you are loyal to who? Like your family, your friends, and stuff like that. So do you owe?
Nobody's loyal, man.
But I'm saying, do you owe loyalty to anyone else other than the people that's in your?
No.
Okay.
You don't.
Okay. So that's you know what I'm saying.
I wouldn't say you do.
Oh no, I was just
like
saying.
You owe us no loyalty.
But that's the way it's looked.
Culture.
Okay.
But probably because he's taking on that role as being like this cultural figure, like Irv Gotti when he was saying on the Angie Martinez, like Jay-Z speaks for him and speaks for no, Jay-Z does not speak for all black people. Like he just does. He's not my spokesperson.
You know what?
Like, I don't know. Do he speak for you?
No.
And that's what I was going to say too. I mean, to say that before we start recording, I said I was going to say to you, like, why is it? Why do we look at these celebrities
and athletes
and athletes? Well, are they considered celebrities too? Right? I guess they all
somewhat. Yeah. You can say yeah.
In the entertainment business, how do we look to these people to speak for us and to like? As leaders, like you really got Jay-Z can say anything, and y'all running and and I'm also talking about the men right now. A lot of men, 90% of y'all going and following behind anything that man say because y'all think it's hot. But how many of y'all? Well, shit, he cheated on his wife too. So I was about to say, how many of y'all following behind him doing the relationship thing? But he ain't even. He human. He did his thing too. But it's just like even with the button ups. Prime example. Niggas wasn't wearing button-ups till Jay-Z started saying, talking about them button-ups back in the day. Motherfuckers that dressed up and had the wham, the white collar men and stuff. It's just anything that how about y'all be our spokesperson? How about, you know what I'm saying? We do something to be, public figures. I consider myself a public figure.
But know what? A lot of people don't want to stand up because they don't want to take the backlash. They don't want to take the, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's not going to be on board. And think about how many years that he had to struggle hard to get to the top. Because, like, really technically in hip-hop to me, when Biggie, Tupac, and all them was out and much things, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't really relevant.
True. You want his,
No, I wasn't even going you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But baby, we cool.
Forgot.
You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But anyway, it was like at one point in time, I really wasn't a fan of Jay-Z like a lot of people was. After Tupac and Biggie, unfortunately, what happened, he rose up to be this figure. You know what I'm saying? Classic Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? When the competition was eliminated, he ride. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, yo, I wasn't really a big thing with, and it's like, at that time, it was like going on Def Jam. You had DMX, you had the Rough, and then you had the Flamboyant, which was Jay-Z. And people don't know that DMX outsold Jay-Z on Def Jam as far as record sales and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you had that Rough and you had that Flamboyant image. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was all about then flossing. You know what I'm saying? The big yacht, big pimping, you know what I'm saying? And all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, everybody jumped on that thing. When he was talking about don't wear jerseys, I was still wearing jerseys.
Like, yeah, it's like they do
nigga,
whatever,
I wear what I want to wear.
Like, whatever. Like, come on. Well, how about we make us, how about we be public figures? And I mean, and parents and kids. Because kids, too, is just really fucked up out here. Our kids is really fucked up. These are who they're looking to as leaders and role models.
These
and
kids are more,
even adults.
These kids are more visual and saying what they see to emulate it more than we were growing up. You know what I'm saying? We would get the idea and then run with it and put our own twist up. You got kids actually really wanting to be just like clones and
just
shit.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Literally.
But you know what? They said that's the whole thing in success. Like far as with him, it's like, yo, you get people to listen to you, but the main thing is when you got people that want to be you. You know what I'm saying? That want to be you. So, I don't know, but that's, you know what I'm saying? This could be a whole all day conversation about with that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel what you're saying about the loyalty.
Sounding like Hov a little bit just now. I had to look like, the fuck that a video playing or something? Your voice, wait till you watch the playback. Your voice a little bit started sounding like a Hov.
But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll get what you're saying about the loyalty part and the respecting the morals, which really is not even there no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it's like, people don't give a ish about nothing but about, what they can gain, and they'll stomp on so many people to get it.
Yeah, and that's another topic. We're going to talk about that another time, y'all.
Yeah.
We said we're going to start trying to stick on topic for our
shit. Yeah, but we did, you know what I'm saying? And
we really did.
And we're gonna end this one right now, you know what I'm saying? And I thank everybody that, you know what I'm saying, that that's gonna watch this, you know what I'm saying? And
that's gonna watch, support,
and we did like
share.
a preview live thing, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody that sent their questions and stuff, and we'll read them and maybe have a summary or a recap of, you know what I'm saying, of what we was talking about on here. Because we trying to do a new concept of like, we're going to have live shows and whatever. You know what I'm saying? We put this content up because we haven't been, doing nothing for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Life. Right. That's all we can say. Just life. Right. You know what I'm saying? Has came in. So we ready to restart with a fresh new look, fresh new topics, fresh new everything. Attitude and everything. You know what I'm saying? And, and I'm just going to thank you again, Roskin, you know what I'm saying, for being for being there, you know what I'm saying, and and we still sticking in there, you know what I'm saying, and like to a lot of stuff going on, we're good.
We're
you know what I'm saying? We good. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, if we do go through something, don't nobody know. I'll put it like this. Yeah, I'm not, we go through that, underneath.
And honestly, I'm gonna say this real quick too before we end this. That's what people need to stop doing too, because if you consider yourself real friends, real family members, just whatever the case may be, even business partners, if you have any type of partnership or relationship with anybody and y'all going through something or you dealing with something, stop putting it on social media, because you have so many vultures that's people that's out here, they waiting for that. They want to see that. They want to see motherfuckers go through something. They feed off of that. They feed off of that. So I'm going through some shit with somebody now on this podcast. Y'all on this season, y'all gonna hear some shit. Like, y'all gonna hear some truth. I'm gonna be talking about it, but just going on my page venting like, oh, fuck that bitch, or fuck that nigga, or, just whatever the case may be. No, I'm not doing that. And y'all know my birthday just passed. I'm in the
happy belated
40.
birthday.
Thank you. New
40
chapter
shorty.
of my life.
40 shorty.
So I have to really start acting like it, and
yeah. But thanks for everybody tuning in, and don't forget to
subscribe.
Subscribe. If you got any questions or anything that you want us to talk about, be sure to hit us up, DM us on Instagram, on Facebook or YouTube. Put the questions down there. And what's the email?
It's be more open. Be more open. Is it Paula?
The
I'm
fourth,
sorry,
right?
y'all. No, it's Be More Open. It's Be More Open Podcast LLC
Oh, Be More Open Podcast LLC
at gmail.com.
at
But
gmail.com.
all of it is on our bio and our link and stuff on IG. The
Okay.
email, you can actually go to our IG and just click on the contact and you can email us. And
Okay,
stuff
be sure
from there.
send us questions in. We'll talk about, you know what I'm saying, or y'all want us to do, you know, different things or interview different people, or you may have a story that you want to tell, you know what I'm saying, that you want to be on our show. Like we said, new season, new things, you know what I'm saying, we doing big things. We going for the bag.
Exactly. And y'all can continue to reach out because people have reached out for us to be,
Yeah.
you know, guests on their shows or whatever. We definitely don't. We can sometimes swap out. We
Yeah.
do y'all show,
Yeah,
y'all
do our
ours,
show.
and,
Yeah.
You know, that's cool.
Yeah. Open invitation to everything, you know what I'm saying. Just hit us up. And like I said again, I want to thank y'all.